ॐ भद्रं कर्णैभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागं सस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Let us pray together. We offer our salutations to the all-loving being who endows all beings with consciousness. We meditate on the Lord, who is the origin of the universe. Lord, Thou abidest in all, Thou art all, Thou assumest all forms. Thou art the origin and goal of all. Thou art the self of all. Thou art existence, knowledge, and bliss. Salutations unto Thee. May the world be peaceful. May the wicked become gentle. May all creatures think of mutual welfare. May their minds be occupied with what is spiritual and abiding. May our hearts be immersed in selfless love for the Lord. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Let us close our eyes and feel our divine core of being. Let us feel all our desires except the one that wants to experience the divine have left us. No desire for any object. In the absence of any other pull, the mind is concentrating on this one ideal, one goal, our true divine self. It is bliss itself. It is perfection itself. It is the eternal, deathless life. this self, the God, has pervaded my whole consciousness. There is God and God alone. As I open my eyes, I see all different forms made of the same one without second divine. Like many forms, many shapes, many articles made of the clay, same clay. The same one divine, pervading everything. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om, Brahma me tumam, Madhu me tumam, Brahmameva Madhu me tumam, Brahma me daya, Madhu me daya, Brahmameva Madhu me daya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May we realize the one without second, all-pervading existence, the Brahman. May I also realize the ultimate bliss. May we realize Brahman, who is also the ultimate bliss. May we realize this Brahman with our purified understanding. May we realize the highest bliss with our purified understanding. May we realize Brahman, which is also the highest bliss, with our purified understanding. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto all. Purity of heart is actually the core of the religious practice all religions, they ask the followers to be pure in heart. Of course, you can understand here heart refers to our consciousness or the mind in practical terms, not that blood pump that is in physiology, that is the heart. But we are not talking about the purity of that. What is intended is the purity of mind, which includes the purity of our intentions, purity of our thinking capability, and purity of action. We live on these three different levels. There is the feeling. The heart is that which feels. There is the intellect that thinks, and it is the physical body that acts. So, at all these levels, there must be the purity, means that they should be free from distractions, free from all different passions and desires and attachments. So, this is the meaning of purity that you find in various different scriptures, and what the sages tell us. We read, we get what they are telling, but really don't get it. And that is not because of our lack of intellect. We are brilliant thinkers. We can solve many deep mathematical problems. We can find out what is going on Mars. But that is not what is spoken of. In spite of all that intellect, we fail to get the message of scriptures in our lives because we lack the purity of heart. Even while we are reading the message from the great saintly works, our mind keeps on wandering after many desires and so many attachments that we have in life. And while hovering around those things, the essence of that message is lost. And therefore, it is told that purity of heart, purity of intentions. In 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, there is a very beautiful passage telling many virtues that a person who wants to realize self must possess. The knowledge of the knower. What is told there is the knowledge of the knower. A great interesting aspect that I know this, that, but how to know the knower? Is there a way to know the knower? And it is told, yes, you can know the knower. How to know the knower? It is told that you have to practice this purity. All the qualities mentioned there, like you should be free from this the sense of ego, sense of asking for honor. There should be no show in life, and then there should be no anger, hatred, and all that. So many, a good list of virtues is given there, and then at the end it is said that this is the knowledge. It is not how to know the knower. It is acquire these virtues, and that is knowledge. It is very important statement because the knowledge of the knower cannot be obtained as the knowledge of an object. Let us understand it clearly that the knowledge of the knower is not like I know the chair, I know this person, I know Mars, I know the movements within an atom. They are knowledge of object. The question is about the knowledge of the subject, the one who is knowing. And the dilemma or the problem is addressed that acquire these virtues, and that is the knowledge of the knower. It is, you see then that thing spontaneously. It is not a subject-object connection there. But when you have these virtues, your awareness will change. Your awareness will automatically manifest that knower, this self, with these virtues. And that is essentially what is meant by purity of heart, that purity of various demands, purity about, not, one has to be clear that I am not asking for respect or honor. There should be no desire of violence or hatred towards anybody. There should be a spontaneous this forgiveness. It is all these things. Forgiveness, for example, is of this one type is that, okay, you committed this offense against me, but I am going to forgive you for this. I will not charge you for that. That is one kind of forgiveness. But the forgiveness of this feeling oneness, that is very different. It is like the Jesus forgiveness of all those who were actually crucifying him. And he held nothing against them. He prayed to God that, Lord, forgive them, they know not what they are doing. And it is another example is given in one very nice this poem that it is, suppose your teeth bite your tongue, then do you hold it against the teeth? That, oh, I must break teeth. Your own teeth, your own tongue. And the teeth, when they bite the tongue, you just shh. But that's about it. You don't go to break the teeth. Hey, you committed this offense? No, that is not even thinkable, because the same one reality is seen. So, like that, when our intentions, our passions, our desires, they get purified, then that itself is the knowledge of the knower. So at the end it is said there, etad jnanam iti proktam, that this is what is termed as knowledge. Ajnanam yadatonyatha. Apart from this, whatever is ignorance. So, this clearly marks the requirement of the purity of heart in Christian literature, all of you must have read the famous statement from Matthew, that it is, Jesus is telling in the Sermon on the Mount, that one beatitude, that blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Now let us remember that to realize God is the goal of life. That is what Sri Ramakrishna told so many times, that to realize God is the goal of life. And it is not because Sri Ramakrishna says this, it is because that is the automatic nature of the goal. Nothing else can fit this bill, the title goal, because anything else that you acquire, you get, still there will be more desires. The desires do not end by acquisition of anything else, like money or the social position, honor, or whatever. Even if you become president of United States, that doesn't mean that you have attained everything. You have then an agenda, what shall I do next, and so forth. So it is, what I mean is that none of those achievements can be the goal of life. The goal of life is where you get complete satisfaction, total fulfillment, as Bhagavad Gita mentions it, that getting which nothing more is desired in life. So, that is the goal of life, and that is called God. God is that. It is not getting an object, but reaching the goal, which is abode of highest, unalloyed, unadulterated happiness. You become happiness. What it means? You become happiness. Please, pay attention to this statement. You become happiness itself. So you don't have to go to any object to get happiness from. Not that you have to have the most modern, most recent iPhone, then you will be happy. No, actually, it is one of my friends. He is an expert in this field, so he was approached that which such phone should I take? So he advised, take one lower, not the highest. One, not the highest, but the lower one, a little older. Why? To save you from heartbreak. What is this? Why heartbreak? Because you buy. Okay, I just bought this, spent $1,200. And then after 2 days, you see announcement, a higher version has been brought out. Then you say, oh, why should I have waited? No use. Even if you wait, you buy that new one, next one is there already coming. So therefore, none of these things can bring you happiness. It only keeps on adding desires. But when you know that you are happiness itself, now you don't have to go to any other object, because you are all that happiness. So, where to go for getting more happiness? It is like trying to make sugar sweet by adding more sugar to it. Nobody does such stupidity. You don't have to add anything to sugar to make it sweet, because sugar is sweetness. You add that to other things to make those sweet. So, this is the nature of God. This is the nature of self, and that is the goal of life. Absolutely, there should be no confusion about it. It is not a goal that an individual is determining. It is the goal of life, means getting which nothing remains to be attained. So try to think, what is that getting which nothing remains to be attained in life? And that is called God. So, therefore, this is happiness itself. And how to get it? It is, why am I not getting it? Let us address the problem from other side. If it is my true nature, why am I not getting it? The reason is that because you are not looking at it, it is right there, but you are running outside to various objects. The object, the goal is right here, and you are running away from it to objects. That let me have this object, let me, get a high salaried job, or let me get spouse, let me get children. Those things are running away, and none of that is going to bring happiness. Rather, the problems will get more and more complicated. Some people don't like to hear this, that it is, many times I am accused that Swami, such teachings will break families. Well, then blame Sri Ramakrishna. Why are you blaming me? This is, blame the scriptures. Why blame just me? I am just quoting from that. It is, and uh, if families break, just imagine, if this is not the goal of life, do the families not break? Many families break because of the inordinate desires, not because seeking the God. It is, one must thus see that God is actually our true nature, but since we run outside, then we do not see this. Please remember this. This is, these are kind of step by step reaching the understanding that what is really meant by pure heart, that our running outside must be stopped. Because what we want is inside, and if we go in the reverse direction, then I am going more and more away from the goal of life. So, thus, it should be kept in mind that when those attractions, those tendencies, those leanings are eliminated, then I am divine, nothing more remains to be attained. I am divine already. There is no attainment of an object. It is stopping that. So Bhagavad Gita very nicely puts it, that it is that tam vidyat dukkha sanyoga viyogam that that is called yoga. That it is actually, it is very nice pun on word. It is actually viyoga, means separation, but falsely called yoga. Viyogam yoga samnitam, it is called yoga, but actually it is viyog, means separating. Separating from what? Suffering. Why you want to go and get more and more of it in life? Stop that. That stopping of running towards suffering means viyoga from suffering, separating from the suffering. That is called really yoga. It is not that you have to go towards God, because God is your true nature. How can you go to that? How shall I go to myself? Just imagine the question itself becomes meaningless. Do you get the Google directions? That okay, where to go? Myself. Try to find directions. Meaningless. You are yourself always. What you need to do is therefore stop running away from the true nature. That is the meaning of pure heart. As we stop that, the heart starts becoming purer and purer. And then one can easily see that divine in ourselves, and with that we will be able to see that all over the world everything will be seen as God alone. Our desires will vanish. It is thus you can see this statement that why Jesus says, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." Swami Vivekananda, in Inspired Talks, a beautiful collection of his class talks given in Thousand Island Park in upstate New York. You can see it's a very nice place. That cottage also you can go and see. It is where these classes were given. Inspired Talks. Now there he mentions that even if all other scriptures of the world are destroyed, this one statement, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God," this one statement will be enough for people to fulfill their heart, their desires in life. This is the only desire. God alone is what we are actually wanting, but in ignorance we run hither thither after so many desires. But that is what we should control. This controlling, therefore, is the way. Although we are loath to do that, but that is the only thing that needs to be assiduously practiced. All religious practice actually means that concentrate on God, an image of God, very good. But that becomes successful only by removing the all other runs, all other desires. So that is why you see Sri Ramakrishna said more than once that pure heart is identical with God. Pure Atman. Pure Atman is same as pure heart or pure mind. Shuddha Mon, Shuddha Atta Ek. So they are one and the same. There is no difference. That is God. So, thus, this purity of heart is very much to be practiced. Holy Mother gave a very nice, a very beautiful, somewhat humorous sounding reply, that somebody was asking, what happens when a person realizes God? Hmm. What happens when a person realizes God? Please contemplate on this question itself. That means something has to, as it were, happen. That person, after realizing God, actually, it philosophically one can say all happening stops. When somebody, what happens after realizing God? Nothing. All happening stops. What do you do when you are driving and the GPS announces that you have arrived? Now, you stop, get out of the car. Driving stops when you arrive at the goal. So, where does that person go after arriving at the destination? Well, doesn't have to go anywhere. This question itself is not correct. What happens after somebody realizes God? And Holy Mother gave a very nice quip there, that what is going to happen, is that fellow going to grow two horns? The heart becomes pure, that is what happens, becomes completely desireless. There was an incident that one devotee goes to Holy Mother and asks, when shall I realize God? And she looked at that person with very piercing eyes and said, can you make your mind free from all desires right now? That's it, nothing more needs to be said. It is the great statement from Upanishads that it is like Kathopanishad says, यदा सर्वे प्रमुच्यन्ते कामा येस्य हृदि श्रिताः अथ मर्त्यो मृतो भवति अत्र ब्रह्म समश्नुते. Very powerful expression that it is when all the desires of heart, there the word used is heart, hridhi shritaha, all desires are gone, then that who was a mortal becomes immortal. That who was considered a particular person is now Brahman. That is Brahman. Everything is actually Brahman, friends. In reality, everything is Brahman. When in our mind we do not run after anything else, then that is Brahman. So, it is a clear statement. You don't have to do anything. You are Brahman, you just know that. You are not knowing it because of the impurity of heart. When the heart is purified, then you just know it, that's all. It is like one friend, he he was studying with me in college and didn't see him for some years, and suddenly happened to meet him. He didn't recognize me, but I attributed it only because that this is only because we didn't see each other for a few years. And I called him by his name. Hello, so good to meet you. And then he acknowledged, but he told he had a big accident a motorcycle accident. He survived, but all his old memory has been completely erased. And so he had to be trained gradually. This is your mother. Uh, he could not have any recognition. So he told me that many friends whom I had not met for a long time, I tell them that this is how, please don't hold it against me. This is what had happened, and so I have to now recollect in this. Actually, not we call recollection, but it is not recollection in that sense. He has to recollect all these informations and know those people and think that they are my acquaintances for a long time. So it is recollection. So we feel that we are so and so. I am this person. I am son or daughter of this man and that woman. I have this job. I have this educational qualification. But these are all the covers that are preventing us to know our true nature. It is you recollect when the sages tell you that, oh, you are God. First, there is disbelief. Really? Yes. Analyze, see. It is you are God. That is why they tell that beautiful story. You must have heard it several times here, but it loses nothing in repetition. That a lioness gave birth to a little one, and but then as that lioness was jumping to catch a prey and then could not bear the strain, the lioness died there, but the cub survived, and then that cub was taken care of by a flock of sheep. Now they treated that lion cub as sheep. It grew up among sheep. Yeah, right, I agree. It is. So it grew up as a sheep uh, and was eating grass like the sheep and was bleating like sheep. Instead of letting a roar like a lion. A strange sight. I heard once, enough. Okay. So it is, no, I understand, yeah. So it is like that. One day a lion in search of prey saw this flock of sheep, but saw that amongst those sheep there is this full grown lion also going in the flock, bleating like sheep and eating some herbs here and there. He could not believe his eyes. What's this? So, leaving aside the thought of picking one of the sheep for uh, uh, its lunch, it caught hold of that lion sheep and then dragged that fellow away. All other sheep, naturally, they fled in fear. So, uh, he, you are lion, you are not sheep. In disbelief, this sheep lion said, I'm bleating, sheep. No, you are lion. Absolutely disbelief. How they grew up for so many years like a sheep. I am a sheep. The big lion dragged this sheep lion to a pond and then said, look in the pond, look at your reflection, look at my reflection. The sheep lion looked. Then do we not look same? And then the sheep lion digested this information. It takes some digestive process to happen in our mind for the information to sink. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I am lion. And he let out a mighty roar instead of that bleating sound. I am lion. So when the sages tell us, you are God, we in disbelief say, no, I am a human being, I am going, so I am buffeted by all circumstances, kicked around, all that. That day, that fellow insulted me, that fellow threatened me. How can I be God? Come on, come on. Look into your true nature. Look at this reflection. You are divine. You are Brahman. It is. And then we realize that I am not this little Mayuk. That is my secondary identity. My real identity is I am God. Do you agree, Mayuk? Huh? Yes, you are Brahman. Yes, you are divine. It is, one must see this truth. And then, knowing that everything is included in you, you stop running outside for any kind of satisfaction. This is a great teaching you will see scattered in all the different sages, like the Christians saints, Master Eckhart, and the Thomas A. Kempis, that they have elucidated this idea of pure heart so beautifully. And let me read some of the passages from both of them. And this Thomas A. Kempis brings out the distinction, like we have these two faculties, the faculty of intellection and faculty of feeling. There are two wings that raise a man above earthly things, rising about earthly things, rising about flesh. It is, nobody really believes that I am a piece of flesh, a few bones and some flesh and all the other things, and that heap again changes. You drink something, it changes. Am I that? Nobody, I have not found anybody willing to believe that. That is, so simplicity is one wing, that know that I am not that. To seize the simple truth, it is a very simple truth, doesn't require any solving any mathematical puzzle. No, it is very simple common sense. How can you be a heap of flesh, blood, all such things? No, you cannot be that. You are not that. You can see this truth if you are simple. That is simplicity. If we are complicated, then instead of accepting the truth, we start reasoning against it. Because of what? Attachment to the fleshly pleasures. We call them pleasures, but what are they? They are pains. They are pains called pleasures. that doesn't reduce their pain. In fact, calling them pleasures intensifies the pain. So therefore, one must see simple thing that I am not this heap of flesh and blood. What I was running after, similar such flesh, that is pain and not pleasure. This is very simple statement. So Thomas A. Kempis says in Imitation of Christ, that's a great book, friends. That there are two wings that raise a man about earthly things: simplicity and purity. Simplicity must inspire his purpose, and purity his affections. Simplicity reaches out after God. Purity discovers and enjoys God. No good deed will prove an obstacle to you if you are inwardly free from uncontrolled desires. There is only one desire that can be called controlled desire. And that is the desire to realize God or your true self. All others, they happen only because of not controlling it. It is because all other desires are such that they can never be fulfilled. Because those objects themselves, they are unreal. They are impermanent objects. And therefore, how can you have the desire for those fulfilled? It is therefore called in Chandogya Upanishad, this Atman is called Satyakama. Means Shankaracharya elucidates the meaning of it, that Satyakama is because the desire for realizing the self alone can be true desire, that alone can be fulfilled. No other desire will ever be fulfilled because those objects are not there. They are optical illusions or emotional attachments. It is just like you can never fulfill the desire of reaching the horizon. Nobody can, because such a thing doesn't exist. And so all such desires will just be useless desires. Only one desire can be fulfilled, that to realize the self, the God, because that alone is, that God is isness, that alone being is, that can be realized. So, thus, that is the controlled expression of desire, that I want to realize God. All impractical things should be avoided. You will agree with me. What do you want to be, practical or impractical? What you wanna? Impractical? No, practical. So, practical. What SETI? Is it practical to run after unreal or running after that real? Real, obvious, isn't it? And so, therefore, to be practical means to go to that which is real. God alone is real. So, going towards God is the only practical thing, friends. All other things are impractical. And so, this is what Thomas A. Kempis mentions here. It is, let me read. And if you are free from uncontrolled desires and seek nothing but the will of God and the good of your neighbor, you will enjoy this inner freedom. These are the two great commandments: love God and love thy neighbor as thyself. These, if you follow these, you will see that you become pure in heart. It is, and Master Eckhart mentions that a pure heart is capable of anything. All the feeling of weakness, nervousness, and feeling of I am sick and all that will vanish once the heart is pure. The heart is pure means all those that idea that I have this problem and that problem, those ideas will vanish. It is you see that you are capable of anything. That is what Swami Vivekananda also says, that as divine, all power is within you. Just summon it. Connect to that source of power, and you will have no lack of anything, because that is everything. It is, if you switch off, put the switch off, all these, there will be lights will be gone, it will be darkness. And then if you keep on shouting, oh, there is all darkness, how can we be here? How can we work? It is all dark. Well, the source of power is right there. Switch it on, and you will see the light. So, exactly, we have to switch on this God, the God button in us. There is this button in us. Just flip it on, and you will see this great truth. This is the purity of heart. So, to the extent that you eliminate this selfishness from your activities, God comes into them. And God comes into them, because that is what is preventing the God from coming in you, because of your all selfish little stupid desires. That, oh, let me have this, let me get that. They are all stupid desires. They are preventing the manifestation of your true desire. So, therefore, it is, Master Eckhart says, what is purity of heart? A pure heart is one that is unencumbered, unworried, uncommitted, and which does not want its own way about anything, but which rather is submerged in the loving will of God. This is the test of the purity of heart. Master Eckhart has very wisely given here how can we actually make our hearts pure. That it is unencumbered. Do not add these things to your mind, that, oh, what will happen there, then what will happen there, what will be happening now in Syria. Don't bother your head about those things. What are you going to do? But we get worried about those things. They say that I can solve all the global problems, all or the even universal problems in a jiffy. But how to behave well with my spouse, that is a bit difficult thing. The other things are okay, very fine. I can do them easily. But behaving nicely with my spouse, that sounds difficult. It is like that our condition. It is so we have to be therefore unencumbered, unworried. Free from worries is a sign of devotion. If we have devotion, to the extent we have devotion, we will become free from worries. It is because worrying doesn't solve any problem. We get unnecessarily burdened by those. So, therefore, be unworried, uncommitted. This word needs to be pondered a little bit. Means don't follow your commitments. That's not the idea there. Uncommitted means do not have such commitments which are not dependent on your capabilities. It is if God allows, that is how the commitment should be only with God. That is how one should remain uncommitted. That is, and thus all those things you become then unattached. It is which does not want its own way. Whatever God decides, no, I want this, I like this. No, let thy be done. That is the great prayer that Jesus has taught mankind. Let thy will be done, not my will. Thy will be done. And that is how the heart will be pure. And in that very pure heart, we will see the God. Thank you very much. Think about this, and if you have any questions, you can feel free to voice them, or if you are online, type them. Any question? Yes, Rupak has a question. Not about Mayuk, I suppose.
Pranam Maharaj. So when you say unattached, so are you saying that we can't take, we are not going to take the responsibility of our doing? Means, suppose I'm washing the clothes and the clothes is getting washed or not, I don't care. I tried, and whatever happens is God's will.
No. Certainly, and that is then you are committed to doing slipshod work, it is not that you are not committed. Therefore, do your work as best as you can do, and then let it go. That is the idea behind it. Not, let me somehow, I have to wash, clothes, so just wash it. They do not come out any better than what they were before washing. So that is not be doing the work properly. So one must do the work with great attention, full care, and then accept the result as it comes. Yeah. One more question. Oh my.
So we see that all these Brahmaganis like Swami Vivekananda, Swami, other Swamis also we have seen, they're doing a lot of work. Means Swami Vivekananda created Ramakrishna Mission, and all other Swamis, Akhandananda ji did so many things. So what is that? They have some desire, right?
No. This is a kind of mistake that people do here, that they did lot of work, just as they felt they are instruments of God, that's all. They never had any axe to grind, and they didn't have any desire. And therefore, their example should not be taken as they did so much work. You also do lot of work like them. As Sri Ramakrishna used to sing that song, oh mother, you are the operator, I am just a machine. With that awareness, do the work. Yeah, you will do great things, unimaginably great things, because now you are an instrument in the hands of the divine. So, what will prevent you from doing the great works? Right. You have a question, Jennifer?
Wait a minute.
Wait.
I can project my voice.
No, it is.
No, I'm just kidding. You quoted Matthew, correct?
Yes.
Which verse? Matthew.
It is in the Sermon on the Mount.
Okay. Do you know?
This Sermon on the Mount, it comes almost in the beginning.
Okay.
That when Jesus went on the mountain,
Yes.
and his devoted disciples came to him, the multitude was left behind. Thus, that multitude was seeking various miracles and so forth. But these disciples wanted the true teachings, and so these disciples followed him to the mountain, and to them he said these beatitudes. And one of them is this: blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. It is.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, he has a question to ask.
So the realization, self-realization that I am God means I have always been God, but there's this illusionary self that wanted to believe that it was not God. So with that being said, isn't it not still the true self that decides to let go of the illusionary self?
That's a very deep question. It is that it cannot, deep in the sense, it cannot be answered, because the true self has no problem. And the apparent self will always have problem. So you cannot say who inspired those problems. This segregation, this separation is only making this problem. And who decided to separate? Well, I did not. Okay. Sorry, but this is how it is a not answerable question. Okay, then any questions upstairs?
Yes, Maharaj, there is one question. Question from Jyoti Champanerkar.
Namaskar, Jyoti.
Pranam, Maharaj.
Pranam.
Can desires such as wanting to go to pilgrimage or serve holy person be obstacles to desire to realize God?
Wow. Yes, those could be obstacles if they are divorced from the goal. But for the fulfillment of the goal, for making the heart pure, if one is going to pilgrimage, if one is going to holy company, that is fine. Otherwise, it becomes an addiction. Go to different places. Because we want like to do tourism. So go to this place and describe what I saw there, and that is not actually the manifestation of pure heart. You call it pilgrimage, but actually you are going for this tourist attractions. The name is pilgrimage, but that does not automatically make it pilgrimage. Pilgrimage actually is the attitude with which these things are done. Just because you are going to say the Jagannath Puri, it doesn't become the pilgrimage only because of that. Because as the saying goes in Bengali, that you guys feel that lot of people come there, so I can sell merchandise there. So many people, so kola becha hobe, rat dekhao hobe. So it is that for that business, you go there and call it pilgrimage. By just calling pilgrimage, it doesn't become pilgrimage. That if it is done with the intention of making the heart pure, desireless, then that is good. Otherwise, no. It is just running about. Any other question? So, next Sunday, there will be a guest lecture by one of our, he is actually our secretary of Vedanta Society and is a wonderful speaker. Chet Bonsek, a very good student of Vedanta, and he will be speaking on Vedantic exercises. That is the topic of discussion that he will be dealing with, Vedantic exercises. So please try to come. He is amazing speaker. The other programs during the week, like the Tuesday and Friday classes at 7:30 p.m., they will go on as usual. Also, the early morning and evening prayer and meditation meetings will also go on as usual. And there is the Holy Mother's birthday celebration on 22nd December, Sunday 22nd December. You are all welcome to join. The celebration will be from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. Let us conclude with the closing prayers. May the Divine, who is Father in heaven of the Christians, Holy One of the Jewish faith, Allah of the Muslims, Buddha of the Buddhists, Tao of the Taoists, Great Spirit of the Native Americans, Ahura Mazda of the Zoroastrians, and Brahman of the Hindus, lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. May the all-loving being manifest himself unto us and grant us abiding understanding and all-consuming divine love. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. There are some 2025 calendars published by our Berkeley Center giving the details of Swami Vivekananda's visit in the Bay Area of California. It is completing 125 years. So they have brought out this calendar and it is for sale at the counter. So if you like, you can buy that. And now there will be the Arati, and after Arati, you are all invited to join the soup supper.
Breaker of all our worldly bondage and adored by all, we adore you too. Endless Lord, assuming human human form. Stainless Lord, assuming human form, transcendent yet filled with love. You free us from the stain of sin and ornament our world. Consciousness is the form. Your eyes always purified by knowledge. Your eyes always purified by knowledge. Looking at them, illusion is gone. Ocean of shining love and feeling, ever inebriated in your infinite love. Your feet always dear to your devotees. Your feet always dear to your devotees. Form a boat to cross this world. Reveal to us as God incarnate and the Lord of all things, helping us join with you. Your mind's always set in the divine light. Your mind's always set in the divine light. This we can see through your grace. Destroyer of worldly sorrow and compassion so infinite is the world. Your life's offered for the world's deliverance. Your life's offered for the world's deliverance, saving us from darkness and fear. Renouncer of all lust and lucre, therefore you were always spurning sensual life. Lord of monks, you are the best of men. Lord of monks, you are the best of men. Grant to us pure love for you. You're fearless and you're free from doubting, with your mind very firmly resolved. Causeless refuge of your devotees, causeless refuge of your devotees, renouncing caste and birth. Our treasure is your holy feet, which take us very soon across this puddle of life. You give love and even sightedness. You give love and even-sightedness to remove our anguishes. Our treasure is your holy feet, which take us very soon across this puddle of life. You give love and even-sightedness. You give love and even-sightedness to remove our anguish here. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Yet you are the basis of both. O Lord, yet you are the basis of both. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heartscape. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heartscape. Darkness is destroyed by your light. O Lord, darkness is destroyed by your light. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Yet you are the basis of both. O Lord, yet you are the basis of both. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heartscape. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heartscape. Darkness is destroyed by your light. Oh Lord, darkness is destroyed by your light. Dhedhe langa ranga bhanga, these are all the sounds of mridanga. Dhedhe langa ranga bhanga, these are all the sounds of mridanga. Spiritual songs devotees are singing for your worship divine. Spiritual songs devotees are singing for your worship divine. Jaya Jaya for your worship divine. Haru Haru for your worship divine. Shiva Shiva for your worship divine. Breaker of all our worldly bondage and adored by all, we adore you too. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. Auspicious and blessed graciousness sublime, all noble ends you give to us, granting us refuge, all seeing God, O Mother Divine, our love to you. creation, preservation, dissolution are your powers, eternal one. Nature's real basis, nature's essence. O Mother Divine, our love to you. We come seeking refuge from anguish. Be our Savior through your deep concern. All our suffering remove, Goddess. O Mother Divine, our love to you. Victory, O Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Jai Shri Ram Krishna Dev Ki Jai. Jai Shri Sarda Devi Ki Jai. Jai Shri Swami Vivekananda Ki Jai. Jai Shri Buddha Dev Ki Jai. Jai Shri Jesus Christ Ki Jai.